Hey, it's Tsho here, and in today's video, I'm going to be ranking all the legends in Season 5 from worst to best. You'll need to realize all the legends are good, so you may disagree with some placements. Also, the way I came up with this list is if every character was played at above decent level, this is where they would rank. But before we get into the video, go down and comment down below your opinion of Season 5, and also don't forget to subscribe. Okay, let's not waste time, let's get into it. Okay, so the first person on my list is Octane. I'm pretty sure everybody guessed it. It's Octane. Octane is the worst character in the game. Now, I know there's gonna be some troll comments in the comment section saying, no, he's not the worst. No, he's the worst. He's the worst character in the game. If I'm being honest, when I think Octane, this is what I think of. Octane's stim, I don't think is very good because Bangalore's passive is 100% better than Octane's tactical. And I think that's quite sad how Bangalore's passive is better than someone's tactical. But we can't lie, Octane does have some upsides, like his jump pad is quite fun. Like if I'm playing in a public match, I'd probably play Octane. He's quite a fun character, I can't lie. Also, his hitbox is very small. That's another plus. And also, I think a good buff for Octane to boost him in this list is if he didn't lose health when he used his stim, but then the cooldown was increased. If that was to happen, that would be crazy. It would be so good. And also, when he keeps using his stim, I feel like he should get like a visual effect or like blindness. Because if you keep using that stim, like it's a drug, so obviously bad stuff's gonna happen. So there should be a downside if he keeps spamming the stim. I think that would be a really good buff. EA, if you're watching this video, it's just a suggestion. I would like some compensation for my idea, but if not, it's alright, it's cool. But anyways, moving on to the next character. Okay, so the next character, not many people are going to believe it. A lot of people are going to get angry, but I have to be honest. We all have to just be honest. That's what we need in this world, just honest. The next character is Lobo. Hear me out. I know you guys are getting angry. Chill out, relax a bit. The reason I'm saying she is second to last on this list, if we really be honest, what does Lobo really do? What does Lobo do that none of the other characters can do? Other than her ult, I can't lie, her ult is really amazing. But compared to everyone else, we have to be honest, guys. Come on. It's not very good. Her passive is absolutely horrendous in late game. No, in fact, in the whole game, it's just rubbish. Only at the very start of the game is her passive effective. Her tactical is not very good. It's because if you use it to get into a fight, this is what's going to happen. Now, if you use it to get out of a fight, this is what's going to happen. That's what's gonna happen. But her tactical is really only good for getting around the map. That's the only benefit. Other than that, she's not really a good character, really and true. But we can't forget about her ultimate ability. Her ultimate ability is absolutely amazing. I could not even lie to you guys. Her ultimate ability allows really advanced plays to happen. Like she can armor swap. She can get golden weapons out of supply drops before someone else can, which is pretty good. You can get a Kraber while someone is still looking at supply drops, snipe them quick, which I've actually done before. But sadly, I did not record that, so I don't really have proof. You guys probably won't believe me, but it is what it is. Okay, so now moving on to the next character, we have Revenant. Revenant is third last on the list. I personally really like Revenant's ultimate ability. If you use it correctly, oh my days, his ultimate ability is amazing. If it's used correctly, it's absolutely crazy, because what it allows you to do, it allows you to have a second chance. It allows you to show you what would have happened if you had played aggressive, and it really just allows you to do extra damage to the character, which really increases the chances of you winning the fight, which is absolutely amazing. I think he does really need a buff because of his tactical. His tactical is not very good, because if he's low on health and he uses that thing on the door, his that little ball thing, I'm just gonna run straight through it and kill the guy. Like, I'm not really afraid of that energy orb. I really don't care. I'm just gonna run straight through and kill him. So I personally think he needs a buff as well, but nothing crazy. Just like maybe change his tactical somehow. Maybe make him do more damage. I don't know how they're gonna buff him, but he definitely needs a buff. Also, his passive is not very good, because let's be honest, if let's be honest, the Revenant mains here, how many times do you use his crouch ability? Exactly, you don't use it. But his climbing ability, okay, fair enough. When I play Revenant, his climbing ability actually does come in handy. But his crouching ability, it's not very good. But anyways, that's enough about Revenant. On to the next character. The next character is Lifeline. Lifeline is just a simple and effective character. There's nothing really unique about her. She's just an ordinary character. Everyone else can do what she does. But if you're a beginner, I would definitely recommend you play Lifeline though, because she really like gets you to understand the fundamentals of the game. It really helps you, as if you play silly with Lifeline, you will die instantly. So you really have to think about what you're doing with Lifeline. You can't just play her like any other character. You really need to think when you're playing Lifeline. And it really helps you to figure out what to do, how to revive people. Because when people just jump straight to the normal characters, they usually forget about the fundamentals in reviving people, in like backing out fights and healing up. And Lifeline really encourages players to do the fundamental thing, which high players don't have the fundamentals, and it's quite annoying because their teammates have to suffer, which is usually me, and I have to suffer, and it's quite annoying. So for my teammates watching this video, please, can you just revive me when I die? Please stop 1v1ing and just revive me. If you revive me, you can do a 2v1. I even let you get the kill. I just want to win the game, please. Also about Lifeline, she's at her strongest when her teammates are down, which is it can be seen as a downside or a positive. I don't know how to feel about that, but you can take how you want to take. She's also at her best when she uses golden armor as well. Okay, next on this list, we have Pathfinder. I know some people are going to think, what? But don't get it twisted, he's still a good character, but compared to the other characters, he has to go here. This is his perfect spot. Don't get it twisted, he's still a good character. But because of his nerf, he has slightly dropped because his mobility is what made him really good, but his mobility has been stripped from him, so he has unfortunately landed here. There's not really much to explain about Pathfinder. If you want a good explanation about Pathfinder, you can watch my previous video on how to play Pathfinder, and that really goes into depth of how to play Pathfinder. But on to the next person, we have, drum rolls please, we have Krypter. Krypter, his only problem is when he gets off the drone, his drone gets destroyed immediately. Because I know this personally, as soon as I see that the Krypter drone is staying still, that I instantly just kill it straight away. And I'm pretty sure we can all say that we do that. So if I see the Krypter drone flying around, I just leave it because I'm not wasting my ammo. Because I don't know, recently I haven't been finding too much ammo for my gun. So I just leave the Krypter drone to do this little dance in the sky. I just leave it there. But as soon as I see it standing still, I instantly melt that. But if you play Krypter well, I can't lie, he can be a really good character. I feel like he's more for the higher ranked players, because the lower ranked players really don't know how to play Krypter. The way they play Krypter is just shambolical, really and truly. They completely just leave their team to fight a 3v2, or they'll put themselves in a bad spot and then start using the drone, and then it doesn't make sense. Or I don't know. At low ranks, Krypter, the people that play Krypter just shambolical, really. But I can't lie, his ult is what makes him this high up on the list. His ultimate ability is absolutely amazing. If someone has white shield, it absolutely evaporates it immediately. It just takes it away. It just strips the white shield off them, which I find is amazing. But also, I feel like his ultimate ability should actually just do half of the shield and not just do 52. I feel like it should just take half of it. So if you have white, it takes 25. If you have blue, do the maths, I'm not too sure. I think that's 35. Then if you have purple, it should do 50. And if you have gold, do 60, because you can recharge that quick. So that's what I personally think about his ult. And also, lastly, to play Krypto, it requires a lot of brain power. To play the character, you need to be quite smart and intelligent, or like understand the game. Because to play him at his best, that's what's needed. But anyway, that's enough about Krypto. I feel like I was waffling for too long. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible. So let's get into the next character. The next character we have is Bangalore. Bangalore, his passive is absolutely amazing. I actually love, that's probably the best bit about Bangalore, believe it or not. That's what I personally think is the best thing about her. Her smoke, if you're a high ranked player, you can do some pretty cool things with her smoke. Okay, I'll give you one right now. So if a player is shooting you from far away, what you can do, instead of putting the smoke on the floor below you,
you can actually shoot the smoke at the opponent, and this will force them to move out of the position. As soon as they move out of the position, their line of sight usually is broken, so they can't really see you. So by doing that, it's quite effective if you shoot it at them instead of shooting at the floor. Okay, now on to Bangalore's ultimate ability. Bangalore's ultimate ability is quite weak, but it is effective, I can't lie. Because even if you're somewhat close to it, you'll get hit by the stun animation. The stun animation, we all know what it is, that blurry screen. Your sensitivity drops to zero, actually no, probably 0.2 or something like that. And you can barely move, which is absolutely easy for you to get killed. But let's move on to the next character. The next character will get all the pro players very angry with me. But if we really be honest, this is where she deserves to get placed. The next character is Watson. Watson, if we really be honest, she's only really good in high ranked plays. If someone in bronze was to use Watson, it just would be a mess, really and truly. If we really think about it, it just wouldn't work. And one of the reasons why it wouldn't work is because the trap characters require communication. If there's no communication, the trap characters are basically... Actually, no, for Caustic, he could actually still be used, but trap characters are most effective when the team has chemistry and they understand their thinking and there's communication. But from Diamond and below, there's absolutely zero communication, which is why Watson is not very effective in those ranks. If communication was better in them, we need to work towards having better communication, but that will probably be for another video. If there's better communication in your team, play Watson and you will have a very good time winning tons of games. On to the next character of the list. I think we're in around about the top 4 or maybe top 5 or top 4. But the next character in this list is the character that's had the most buffs this season. Yes, you guessed it. It is Mirage. Mirage has a wide variety in his arsenal. He can do so many things now. It's crazy. And his arsenal just allows him to do crazy plays. Like his skill gap, oh my days. I'm kind of scared about it. I feel like he needs a nerf because the way his abilities work is a bit too much. Okay, let's break it down. So his tactical, he sends out a decoy he can control and make it seem like it's himself, which is absolutely amazing. I hate to say it, but yeah, it's pretty good. But there's one pretty good thing that he can do with his decoy. If you send out your decoy and you revive your teammate, the decoy does the animation of the reviving. So you can actually fool the teammate or the enemy team that you're reviving, and then they'll start spraying the decoy, and this would allow you to get a couple extra seconds. And then them couple extra seconds are actually very important because it takes a couple seconds for the revive animation to go invisible. So that would be more than enough time for you to go invisible and revive your teammate. So this is absolutely crazy. Another bad thing though would be how when he self-revives, he doesn't go invisible, which doesn't really make too much sense, but yeah, it is what it is. But his ultimate, I think there should be less decoys in his ultimate because it gets too confusing. It's just too much. Because when he uses ultimate, he can also send out a decoy which give him +1, which is just too much. Like, I find it hard enough to find out which one is the Mirage. And then if he can send out a decoy and make it move like how he's moving, it's just, my brain can't really comprehend. It's just too much for me. But luckily, I haven't been killed by a Mirage yet. It probably will happen soon because his abilities are crazy. But yeah. But his abilities, his wider arsenal allows him to be this high up on the list. But the last thing I'm going to say about Mirage is if you're a Mirage main, you really shouldn't be dying, really and truly. Because his abilities, like, if you're dying and you're playing Mirage, you really need to think about your playstyle because something's definitely going wrong. And the only ways you should die in Mirage is if you're getting 3v1 or if you get third partied. Other than that, you really shouldn't be dying as Mirage. Or maybe if it's near the end of the game, then maybe you lost the 1v1. But as Mirage, you really shouldn't be dying because you have so much in your arsenal to avoid you dying. So if you actually do die as Mirage, then you really need to play the game more and maybe watch a couple more YouTube videos. You could even watch mine. I'll probably make a tutorial on how to play Mirage. But yeah. Next on this list, a lot of people will not believe this, but trust me, it is true, and a lot of pro players will probably agree with me as well. The next person on this list is Bloodhound. Bloodhound generates his tactical even faster now because of the new season patch, which I really didn't think is actually necessary, but they did it. His tactical is he can see through walls, and he can see the distance of how far he can see is crazy. I think that should actually be nerfed. I think it should be slightly less because Bloodhound's probably, if I don't get my Wraith, then I play Bloodhound, and I can't lie, Bloodhound, when I'm playing Bloodhound, I feel like it's a bit too overpowered. Because when I'm playing Bloodhound, everyone's dying, really and truly. If you come into my lobby and I'm playing Bloodhound, you're gonna die. Also, his tactical ability allows him to see through the walls, which I've explained. But him being able to see through the walls is more than people would think. Like, that's a pro player's dream, to see through walls. So to end Bloodhound's description, his wide arsenal is why he's so high up in this list. Now we're moving into the top 3. The third best character in season 5 currently is Caustic. Caustic is so overpowered because of the new patch. The new patch is basically his teammates no longer are affected by his traps, which is absolutely crazy. His traps can be used in any situation. If he's in a building, it can be used. If he's in an open field, it can be used. If he's anywhere really, he can actually use it to his advantage, which is crazy. His ultimate ability is really good as well because it can be used in any situation as well, really and truly. He can use it to throw it on a teammate like a Bangalore smoke and revive, because no one's going to go into that smoke and stop the revive. No one's dumb enough to go into that smoke. Everybody knows if you go into that smoke, you're holding smoke. So no one really wants to do that. And also, because of this new patch, he really helps out the team a lot, because when the teammate gets revived in the smoke, they can easily move around. So in summary, he's effective at all times in the game, which is why he's so high up in the list. And also his wide arsenal of different smoke maneuvers and all of that is why he's high up in this list. But now let's move in. Let's talk about the second best character in the game. The second best character in the game is Gibraltar. Gibraltar is the second best character in the game. His wide variety is what really makes him the second best. He can do so many things, which I really think he shouldn't be able to. Well, I think he should get a nerf, and the nerf should be removing the gun shield, because the gun shield is not really necessary, and without the gun shield, he'll still be a good character. Okay, first, let's talk about his ultimate ability. His ultimate ability is so powerful. If you're standing in the middle of that red circle, when he says raining down the skies, you are dead. I'm sorry to tell you, you're going to die. If you're standing in that circle when he uses his ult, you're dead, because it's so powerful. I think each shot does around about 60 damage. Let me know in the comments. I think I might be wrong. I think it does around about 60 each hit. So if my maths is correct, if you get hit 4 times by that, you're dead with even purple shield. But his bubble is what is crazy. Oh my day. His bubble allows his teammates to not take damage. His bubble allows him to heal up faster. His bubble also allows him to revive his teammates even faster. I think like 1.5 times faster. I might be wrong. Also let me know down in the comments. But his great weakness, if you see him Gibraltar, this is what you can do to counter him. What you want to do, you want to wait for him to use his cooldown, which this might be hard because if he's not really fighting, there's not really a reason for him to throw down his bubble or his ult. So that's really the only way you can counter Gibraltar. You need to wait for him to use his cooldown. Or there's another way, you could bait him to use his cooldown. So you can shoot him up, make him use his bubble, then run away. As soon as his bubble is gone, you fully aggressively push the team. Because when Gibraltar has his cooldowns on, he's absolutely defenseless. All he has is his gun shield, and his gun shield doesn't really have too much health. But actually, it does save him a lot. But that's enough about Gibraltar. We need to talk about the best character in season 5 right now. This character, if this character is played well, I said that twice to emphasize. Let me say it 3 times. If you play this character well and understand that her tactical is not to be used as a second life, but as a reposition. If you understand that concept, you can play Wraith well and absolutely destroy games. As soon as you understand that her her tactical is not for a second life and it's for a reposition to get yourself out of a sort of bad situation into a better situation. As soon as you understand that concept, you will play so well as Wraith. Another thing that will help you play Wraith good is when you understand that hitbox is small, so take advantage of it. You want to learn how to strafe effectively, and you also want to learn different strafing techniques. Like, just moving left and right isn't really good enough in season 5. Because people have mastered their aim, and really and truly, I haven't come across many players that have bad aim. On console, is quite rare that you run into someone with bad aim. So you want to take advantage of having a small hitbox, and you want to learn some different strafing techniques. I'll probably make a video of strafing techniques in the future. So subscribe to me, and then also put the post notification bell on so you can know when I upload a new video, and this will be able to improve your gameplay. So lastly, her portal. Her portal is very good. Wraith had nothing else but her portal. She would actually should be a pretty good character. Should probably be high up in this list still. Because a portal is absolutely amazing. You can do crazy. You can 3v1 players just with that portal alone. If you're weak on health and you go through your portal and spam grenades on the other side of the portal, this will just kill tons of players because it takes about 3 seconds. Actually, no, it takes about 2 seconds to go in and out of a portal. So this is an effective strategy that a lot of high players do, not to go through a portal. If you still go through a Wraith portals after they've just gone through and they know that you've seen them go through, I can't lie, you need to get better at the game, really and truly. Because in Season 5, you really shouldn't be following Wraith in a pool. It's an absolutely big mistake. Absolutely big mistake. You shouldn't be doing that. It's very, very risky. And what I normally do if I get a Wraith low, what I'll do is I'll wait about 3 seconds because that's how long it takes for a grenade to detonate. And by then, if it's a thermite grenade, then usually the fire will roughly about to end. So that's what I normally do. I wait a bit. I listen to hear if I can hear a grenade go off, because usually they throw about 2 grenades. So if I hear one go off, I wait even longer. Then I'll go through and absolutely kill that Wraith.